Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie running on PlayStation 5.
Haha! So you made it all the way here.
You're...
I knew it would be you.
Oh, we actually get to see him. F. Novartis.
What a crowd I've gathered, eh? The SSS, the Growlsritter, and even daughters of the Reinford and Russell families. I may not have extended a formal invitation, but I welcome you all the same. Now, it's been an age since I last took a gander into your face, Number 9. Imagine my surprise when I heard you left us. Ah, but I pale to that of the 1,000 Oathbreaker and Golden Butterflies reactions. They were deeply saddened by your departure.
That would be almost heartwarming if I did not already know them well enough to see through your lie.
So, this is Professor Novartis.
That's right. He's behind developing the ions that caused so much trouble 2 years ago.
He also supervises the 13 factories.
Our groups met him before, but never had a time for lengthy conversation.
Well, I know him better at least. Long time no see, Professor.
Indeed. I've not forgotten your value, my dear. Oh, no. It's unfortunate that you've become so ordinary. Never was there a better source of power for the ions than you. Oh, the second series that I created. Oh, it would have been a true marvel with your assistance.
Keep treating my child like an object to be broken, and I'll use a real object to break your face.
Ah, I do apologize. I'm not used to having guests, so I got a little carried away. I wish to extend my warmest salutations to you, daughter of the Black Workshop's chief. I trust you have enjoyed visiting my humble laboratory.
I think you know very well that this was my factory before you had your way with it. And don't you dare refer to my father as the chief of the Black Workshop again.
Oh, I've hit yet another nerve. I mean no offense by what I say, I assure you.
Then shut up about whatever before you piss off someone else. Now where the hell is Erica?
We know you abducted her, so bring her back to us.
You're here for my earlier guest, then? Fear not. They are safe and well.
You didn't just abduct Professor Russell?
Dr. Silent.
If it isn't the SSS. Thank you for coming.
Dr. Sayland? He even stooped to kidnapping a medical doctor?
Are you okay, Mom?
Tita, why are you here? Damn it, Red! Did you not hear me when I told you to keep her safe? What is wrong with you that you went and dragged her to such a danger?
He didn't drag me anywhere. I wanted to come here. How could I not when all I'd be doing is worrying about you?
Oh, sweetie. My bad. This is what moms do, you know? We worry. I need to get used to loosening the reins, huh? Agate still sucks, though.
Oh, leave me alone already.
I don't get it. What reason was there to abduct Dr. Sayland? We had heard you'd gone missing en route to a conference in Remiferia, but this wasn't where we expected to find you.
The group of EDF soldiers captured me just as I started making my way there. I've since been helping that insufferable old man with his research.
What kind of research?
I shudder to think.
Well, you needn't sound as though you haven't had your fill of fun with it. I'm sure you're very proud of taking part of this noble pursuit I've conjured.
Please, it piqued my curiosity at best. We might have been more interested if you hadn't pulled a carrot and stick method using the lives of Tita and St. Ursula's patients. I never imagined that you...
Mom!
What do you think you're doing?
Now, I'm afraid that if I allowed her to continue gabbing on, it would muddy the results of my experiments. But now that we have all of our subjects, my manners have escaped me yet again. All of our participants assembled. Let us begin.
What?
This isn't good.
Tell me that's not who I think it is.
McBurn, the almighty conflagration.
Hey, Kruger. Keeping it tight with the SSS these days, huh? Who else? The Heavy Blade, Class 7? Huh. A few faces I don't know among you.
It really is. The strongest enforcer in Ouroboros.
McBurn might be the last guy I expected to see.
This doesn't fit with the church's reports at all.
Nor does it match what I know. I was under the impression that he set off on an aimless journey upon the fall of the Imperial Fortress. I don't recall your relationship with the Professor as particularly amicable, so why have you come to his aid?
Don't ask me. I want to know the same thing. What the hell kind of a leash you got me on?
What?
This doesn't make any sense.
What indeed? Now, would you be so kind as to dispose of those before you? No need to be delicate.
Fine. Whatever. Can't say I'm jumping for joy over this whole thing, but it ain't all bad for me. I've wanted to sink my teeth into the SSS and a grill night for a while now.
Oh, I mean, he might be a fake.
Might as well make the best out of this.
His blazing demon form!
Even whipped out the sword.
I would have preferred to talk our way out of this, but also I'm not enough of a fool to believe that to be a viable option. I've only just come back home. I refuse to turn a blind eye to anyone who tries to harm it. On my name is the Sapphire Testament. I will do everything it takes to stop you.
Count on it. If Rean's side could take him at the fortress, then we can do the same. We won't let anyone get in the way of Crossbell's rebirth.
Better give me a damn good show. Alright,
See, I'm not familiar with him. I didn't play the game with him where he was in it.
I claim a chance.
It's mine!
My turn.
Okay.
I'll treat you. Certainly.
Let's go!
My turn.
Okay.
I'll clean this up.
Too slow! Right.
My turn.
This one's a scorcher!
I made a mistake.
Okay.
You're so kind.
Okay.
Thanks.
Not my finest. Arcus activate.
Get lost!
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'll clean this up.
Of course.
Grazie.
I'm on it. All for one.
And one for all!
Now let's do it! You can do it! You can!
Oh, I don't know. For Rising Sun. That's right, I just
For one!
And
had to res.
Everyone! on, get
Do it! You
I shall assist.
This is a scorcher! And just a hellfire!
You're so kind.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're so
Not
kind.
my finest.
Yeah.
Certainly. A chance. Everyone, your assistance.
Roger that!
My turn. This is my holy light. Captain, thank you, Real. Arrow! Repent for your sin.
Let's go. Yeah.
Come on, baby. Sapphire seal of my bolster this arm with the strength of a giant. Try. Fantastic arm.
Let's go. It ends. Rising sun.
Burn to the ground!
Choose us now.
What's how you're dead again? Oh my
I
god.
shall assist. I am the severing shade. Your fate has been weaved in wires. Fall into death's embrace.
Good. You're better than I thought.
Grazie.
Why?
This is a scorcher! And just a hellfire!
Wait, why did she die?
This poses a problem.
Thank you. Hold on.
You're so kind.
Got no good healers in the group.
Okay then.
This poses a problem. Arcus activate.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Thank
you.
Right.
Think I'll pull out this little number. Burn through!
That's it for me.
I'll treat you.
Okay.
Damn it, dude. You just keep dying.
Grazie.
I'll clean this up. Arcus activate.
Thanks. There.
Take this!
I'll treat you.
Time two.
You're so kind. Let's go.
What a drag. Arcus
I
activate.
cannot retreat. Arcus activate. You're so.
Grazie.
I won't lose. Yeah.
Pull yourself
Thanks.
together.
It ends. Rising sun.
I'll clean this up. Here I go.
Okay. Arcus activate.
Thank
Grazie.
you.
Thanks.
Okay then.
Too slow! Think I'll pull out this little number. Burn through!
Dead again? Are you?
I shall assist.
You serious? Yeah, I cannot stay alive.
Grazie.
Okay. Arcus
God.
Certainly. Here I go.
I won't like it. Time two.
I'll clean this up. All for one.
And one for all!
Everyone,
Keep it up, everybody!
It's my turn.
You're so
My
kind.
turn. Arcus activate.
My turn.
Let's go!
It's my turn.
This is a scorcher!
You're so kind. Why?
My turn.
Why does she always die?
Thank you.
Those annoying ass characters.
That's it for me.
Certainly.
Grazie.
There!
I cannot retreat. I am the severing chain. Your fate has been weaved in wires. Fall into death's embrace.
Pull yourself together.
Hold on. You're so kind.
Still okay. There!
Grazie.
I won't back down.
Let's go!
My turn.
I won't lose. There! Yeah.
I'm on it.
You're so kind.
Okay then.
It's my turn. It ends. Rising sun!
Okay.
Let's go!
Times two!
Orbital gear EXA. Orbital laser. Fire! Now.
Yeah.
Certainly.
How much does he have left? 32k.
Here I go.
I won't let you!
Too bad.
Times two!
You're pushing
Now
me
that the
pretty
threat's been
hard.
neutralized. Let's go.
Nice! I did.
Of course I'd improve.
I did it.
Damn, Wazzy. Such a damn weakling.
Now!
Nice. Standing toe-to-toe with steel wasn't some fluke for you after all. Unbelievable. You got no stigma, no showy magic, and you ain't mixed like the Ashen Kid either. You're as normal as they come, but you can still keep up with me.
Yep. I'm just an ordinary detective. Maybe a little more stubborn than the average one. My strength comes from my friends. And with them here, I'm unstoppable!
Uh-huh. That's how the SSS is.
I may not be one of the SSS, but I know what it means to draw strength from those dear to me.
We all become better versions of ourselves. Just
Oh, you
by
don't
being
all
there
need to
for
say
one
something, but okay.
We'll always be there for you. So get him, Lloyd!
He did it!
Impressive, but he's not finished yet.
You got me. Only for a second, but you got me by brute forcing it. I like it when I find someone who really gets me hot.
Yes, yes!
What's he doing?
No! We can't let him finish!
Yeah.
Is he trying to unleash his full power here?
I didn't play that game.
I think the spirit veins here are screwed up enough that I can make it work. So show me what you can do now! Show me if being stubborn will save you from every part of you burning away till there's nothing left!
Now I know what Gaius was telling me about.
You know what? Fine! I will! I'll give you exactly what you want! And overcome everything you throw at me!
I'll push the Aeon system to its limits.
Let's go!
Oh, whoops. No, I mean, he's a robot.
I should have known that would be where you reached your limit. Total recreation of things governed by the divergent laws was always going to pose a challenge.
That's machinery!
Then is he...
Duh. Why is that surprising to you?
I think I get it now.
We've been fighting machine clones all this time, and this is the one that you're surprised is a machine.
So, I'm not the real thing, am I?
I don't... What does that mean?
Yes, you do get it! It took years of development, years of testing to bring this artificial tech to new, unfathomable heights. We have designed simulacra, mechanized dolls with the same abilities and thought patterns as their originals. And you, McBurn, are the ultimate simulacrum.
Simul what?
I can tell he's not the same thing as a homunculus. Correct. Homunculi are one form of artificial life, but they're biological in nature. He is mechanical.
How is it possible for a machine to be so precise?
It isn't. The concept of a machine being so real that it doesn't even recognize it isn't is downright unthinkable.
You abducted Mom and Dr. Sayland for this?
In part, yes. The creation of simulacra has been theorized for quite some time. I enlisted their help more for reproducing the divergent laws. As you can see, the results were woefully far from ideal. Well, there's always next time.
He's gonna...
Get down!
What is the matter with you? Does the work you put into this facility mean so little?
It meant something quite grand, as it happens, but it has outlived its use. Everything required, Zauber soldats and all, has been produced. Its fall will not impede the Supreme Leader's ambitions in the slightest. Do not misunderstand. I don't support him in the sense you're thinking. Merely that aiding him also helps to feed my unending curiosity.
You're a monster. I suspected that was why you were helping.
Whatever he wants in life, he'll get it. No matter who stands to be hurt along the way.
You're a bigger piece of shit than Schmidt's ever been.
Say what you will, but this has been well worth my while. I've gained such valuable data. I may have failed to fully replicate the divergent laws, but next time... You little...
Wish I could do the same thing to you, but we'll call it here for this time. Better start praying, asshole. Wouldn't want the real me to find out about this stunt.
We really are so very different, you and I. What's done is done. I may not have the specifics, but I have the majority of the results committed to memory. Now, I have others to tend to, so with that, I bid you a good day.
Others?
I'd like to know that myself.
This isn't good. The fire's spreading fast.
All right, let's get Erica and Sayland out of here.
I'll unlock the door. Tita! Mom! Thank Adios you're all right.
Thank you for the help.
We can talk more after we've escaped.
Yes, we should hurry.
What about you?
Yeah, don't worry about it. See you, Bannings. This was fun. If you run into Crow and the Ashen Kid, tell him I say hi.
The fire's spreading so fast. We're more pressed for time than we thought, apparently. Indeed, the building is in bad shape, and we will be too if this smoke gets any worse. We'll lead the way. Tio, we're counting on you to guide us through the building. Understood. Escape the factory before time runs out? Oh. Oh, you want me to do this? Fine. Is he gonna put a bunch of enemies in front of me?
Shall I have the honor of opening that chest?
Yeah! Now's our chance.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna give us plenty of time. I mean, they never make these things so impossible that you can't do it within plenty of the time that they give you, you know. I mean, it's not a From Software game, so they're reasonable. Want to come with us? Unfinished Aj Mirage unit lays abandoned. We should probably take it with us. Might be useful.
Snap whatever's in that chest.
Now's our chance. Hey! Kia, are you okay?
Hang in there. We're almost to the exit.
We must hurry. I'll clear a way through.
Will you?
There it is. Professor, Doctor, you two go first.
Thank you.
We're almost there, Mom.
Go ahead of me, Tita.
Save it! Just run!
Damn it!
Lloyd!
The hell's that sound?
Is that...
Oh. Where'd she come from?
Get on!
Noelle!
Man, that's a good entrance. I really do love the Crossbow crew. They're certainly my favorite among the Legend of Heroes groups.
You guys all good?
Well, I'm in one piece. Since when did you get a bike that cool?
I've been practicing how to ride it in secret, so I could surprise you in style. Guess I pulled it off, huh? I'm so glad I made it.
You put the fear of Adios in me at the end there.
My bad. But thanks for the backup.
Yeah. I owe you both my life.
So you do.
You two scared me half to death. None of you are hurt, are you?
That's cool. Unfortunately, that means we have to play more Class 7. Let's get it over with. Gotta hate these guys. It's such a crappy dynamic the group has. And they're significantly weaker than the other two groups.
This is Arya's shrine, then?
That's right. We came here during the Civil War 2 years ago, too.
Crimson Roselia.
The disturbance in the spirit veins has made it manifest once more. It's how we were able to swoop in and save the day.
It does seem like we'll be able to use parallel teleportation to go to Crossbell from here.
I see. Then we would request your aid, so we can finally bring this madness to an end.
Then it shall be given.
Sounds like the rest of our number have reached the other shrines. We're good to go at any time.
Thinking about it, this will be the first time both Class 7s have come together since Prince Olivert's wedding.
Yeah. Not the most festive of circumstances, but it sounds like we'll be needing all the help we can get. Ever since the Supreme Leader made his move, this land has been engulfed in chaos. The people of Zemuria aren't going to know peace until he's well and truly deposed. So let's go to Crossbell, where we'll end this once and for all.
Oh, Wayfarer, shadowlings from realms fantastic. Deliver us to the land of Terra Capitalis.
The previous day. It took over half a day for the Republican Army to get the situation at their base under control and come to Nord's aid. They claimed to have no idea why their tanks and airships had started acting on their own. They were also clearly finding it hard to believe that all the weapons slated to be destroyed could have just disappeared. We owe you our deepest thanks for helping to avoid the worst-case scenario here. I'll admit, I never thought the day would come when I would feel gratitude towards the Ashen Chevalier. We're just glad that we were able to prevent a third party from igniting the flames of war all over again. A third party indeed. Understood. Our unit will be here shortly, it seems. We anticipate it will take several days to remove all of the weapons from the Highlands, but it should prove doable. Until that is complete, our armies shall not interfere with one another in this region. Is that acceptable to you? Yes. We'll do what we can to make sure discussions between our governments go smoothly, too. I certainly hope you succeed. I'm glad we could convince them to give us the benefit of the doubt. They clearly suspect Arbonian involvement, but can't dismiss the idea that this really was the United Nations' work either. Especially since they must know as well as we do that physically moving that many weapons in such short time wouldn't be easy. Imagine they're still having trouble believing that His Highness the Prince was abducted too. I'm not surprised. I'm still having a hard time processing what happened, and we were directly involved. The sudden appearance of that white divine knight turned the situation in the Highlands on its head. In the end, it disappeared before anything could be ascertained about its origin or objectives. During the chaos, the device in the watchtower and on the giant statue, as well as the robotic Arios, vanished without a trace. This left us without so much as a single clue to work with. The Courageous 2 and Merkaba were also heavily damaged. Fortunately, there were no injuries among the crews of both ships, but it was clear neither would fly again anytime soon. Furthermore, we still have no idea where the sonorous seashell was, and as a result remained unable to use the Round of 7. The United Nations also continued to block all communications, preventing us from learning about the situation there. Unfortunately, that left us in the dark as to the whereabouts and condition of Elisa, Machias, and Tawa. The situation might have calmed, but we still haven't truly resolved anything. Your assistance would be a boon to us. Not that I intend to sit on my hands either. I'll be thinking of a way forward. I see that they will reach the capital safely. I'll be counting on you two to do what I can on your end. Got room for a +1? I was dreaming having to explain my way through the checkpoint. Or I was dreading having to explain my way through the checkpoint. There was a lot we needed to do in order to quell the chaos, but it was clear that sitting idly by was not an option. We knew we all needed to come together and plan our next move as soon as possible. That night in the settlement? You don't all need to stare at me like I'm going to faint at any moment. I'm fine now, honestly. The words, "I'm fine," carry little weight coming from you. I couldn't agree more. We take our eyes off you for just a little while and look what happens. I really think that you're all blowing what happened out of proportion. We only worry because we care, Rean. I'm genuinely grateful that you saved the lives of my family. I really am. But we want to know what happened to you, too. So if you know, please tell us. Seeing your hair and one of your eyes change color like that reminded me of half a year ago. It made me think of how you looked when the curse had almost taken you over. Sorry, I really didn't want to worry you, but I swear that there's nothing wrong with me. I can't sense any curse hanging over me now. We were able to confirm from Aaron that the Great Twilight is completely over, so it should be impossible for what happened to Rean to be connected to it in any way, but... I'd like to believe that too, but what happened seems to be suggesting otherwise. The changes in your appearance are not the only unusual part of what happened either. You were able to summon a Panzer Soldat from far away, were you not? Yeah, how'd you even do that? It was one of the new ones from the branch campus's hangar, right? Yeah, from the new generation developed by a Makarov. They still haven't been formally deployed, but they're stronger than the current generations that's in use. The Typhring S was specifically developed for Rean and tuned to him, but that alone does not explain what happened. Right, it's not meant to be able to teleport or cut railway gun shells in half. You'd normally only expect that kind of power from Divine Knights. I think the whole thing was BS if it wasn't coming from you. Well, speaking of knights, what's this about something that looked like one showing up? We were all wondering the same thing. Hopefully we'll know more when Roselia and the others finish their investigation.
I see everyone is assembled already.
Have you managed to learn anything?
I most certainly did, but it was not easy.
I have a question for you, kiddo. Did you feel anything unusual other than the changes in your body when you saw that white contraption? Now that you mention it. What is it, Instructor? Don't you dare try to keep any more secrets from us. I'm not going to. I'm just having trouble explaining what I felt in words. The second I saw it, all kinds of images and emotions came flooding into my head. All at once. I can't remember what specific images and emotions they were, though. Really? I believe it was some kind of resonance phenomenon. You and that 8th Divine Knight resonated with one another. Wait, Divine Knight? You are convinced that it truly stands among their number, then? What do you mean when you say resonated? Now that you mention it, that thing did seem interested in Rean somehow. It appeared immediately after Rean used that strange power, too. Wait a second, none of this is making any sense. Yes, you know as well as we do that it can't be a genuine Divine Knight. Calm down. I know very well what you're saying. I know that there are only supposed to be 7 Divine Knights, and that they have all vanished from this dimension. But the mana flowing through it, and the marks it left in the spirit veins leave no room for doubt. We can hardly afford to ignore that coming from the Elder of the Kin of Fire. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Unfortunately, I haven't a clue what caused the resonance to happen. Perhaps it's because you are a former Awakener, or perhaps the cause lies elsewhere. But either way, this new Divine Knight will likely be our biggest clue yet in learning what we are facing, since its existence is even more of an impossibility than the advanced technology we've seen and the changes in Rean's body. I'm still having trouble processing all this, if I'm honest, but I think I at least see what we need to be doing. Yeah, better to just do something than sit around and worry about it. We need to find the answers we seek, then bring all this to an end. That's all there is to it. But, Grandmother, what brings you to Nord in the first place? We are fortunate that you are here, but I imagine your presence is no coincidence. Oh, I haven't explained yet, have I? I've been investigating something related to this case for a while now with a couple of helpers. I'll call them here now.
Celine, can you and Zeit come here for a moment? If you insist.
Celine Milstein.
So much for that saucer of milk I was savoring.
There'll be others. Still, I didn't know you were here in Nord.
And in human form.
Only because it's part of my training. I'm not in this form by choice. I would have thought she'd be used to it by now, but it seems not.
I believe this is our first time speaking like this, children of Erebonia.
Zeit! I wasn't expecting to see you here.
You must be the SSS's Divine Wolf. He really can talk, huh?
Thank you again for coming to our aid yesterday. We would have been in real trouble without you.
The SSS told us about you. How you're a holy beast charged with watching over a Septarian the way Roselia was.
That was once my duty, but I've since been relieved of it. Still, this continent is my home, as much as it is yours. Thus, I have kept vigil over the land since the Great Twilight, particularly for distortions in the spirit veins.
I was under the impression that those distortions had disappeared after the Twilight met its end. They did for a while, but some time ago they returned once more. The reaction we sensed was strong enough to be called a singularity, but we were unable to piece together anything else. We have been combining our efforts to find out more ever since. Then yesterday it finally decided to step into the spotlight for us. In other words, this singularity you're talking about is that Divine Knight. Indeed, we hurried to the scene, and even we were shocked by what we saw. Unfortunately, we aren't entirely sure where it is now. But after your encounter, it appeared to set off in the direction of Crossbell. All roads lead to Crossbell, it seems. The distortion first appeared in Crossbell, too. Testimony from the 23rd Armored Division indicated that the vanished warships and railway guns were sent there, too. That was also where the Supreme Leader first appeared to sow the seeds of a new war. I'm sure Lloyd and the others are doing their best over there, but they shouldn't need to face this alone. Yeah, I'm sure Elisa, Machias, and Toa would appreciate our help too. If we want to find out the truth and bring all of this to an end, I think we're going to have to go there ourselves. Count us in too. We can't turn a blind eye to this either. All of our work related to the coup d'etat and the abduction are now finished. Yep, now we can fully dedicate ourselves to this. We should finally be able to gather in one place. Guess I can tag along. Thanks, everyone. I don't know what I'd do without you. This begs the question of how we're going to get into Crossbell, though. True, the Ebon Defense Force has the whole border fortified. We won't be able to rely on my Merkaba or the Courageous 2 for a while, either. But given the current situation, we may have another option. Indeed. With the spirit veins stimulated, we should be able to open the spirit path. I think that's our best option, though it won't be easy to use that method to travel all the way to Crossbell. Indeed, the veins aren't as active as they were during the Great Twilight, and there are rather a lot of us. But I think it will work if we teleport from different spirit shrines across the land. That'll take some groundwork to pull off, but I can help out with that. Well, sounds like we have a plan. We really are fortunate to have you all. We'll have preparations of our own to make, so how does departing tomorrow afternoon suit everyone? If nothing else, we'll need to make our way to the nearest spirit shrine. Alright, let's go with that. I'll see everyone tomorrow in Crossbell. Rean's Route, Act 4, Zeroth Hour. I recognize this place. Yeah, the wetlands southeast of Crossbell City. Lake Elm, Southern Wetlands. This is also where Leanne breathed her last half a year ago. I thought it would be a safe place to arrive, given its distance from the city. I think that was an appropriate decision. Thanks for the help, Celine and Zeit. Think nothing of it. I didn't do much. I was happy to help.
It's funny how nostalgic it feels to be back here. I haven't even been away for that long.
It's Crossbell. Of course you feel that way. Don't worry. I'm sure your family is fine.
And we're here to make sure it stays that way.
Thanks. Both of you. You're right. I need to believe.
I'm surprised you were able to make it, Major. Finding and taking care of all Supreme Leader sympathizers in the army didn't sound like it would be an easy job.
Matthias Vander graciously agreed to take over the reins of that task. Generals Van Dyke, Zex Vander, and Craig are also taking direct roles in the effort. With the domestic situation in capable hands, I thought it best to focus on excising the problem at the root. And on a personal level, I want to know what Rufus is trying to achieve.
It's regretful that we're still none the wiser on that front.
The real Rufus said something about meeting next in Crossbell, didn't he?
He did. I'm sure we'll be meeting both the real and replica soon enough.
Hey, are you sure you're alright, Rean?
Yesterday must have put you through it, huh? Well, I'm not planning on pulling off anything like that again. So no reason for my family to get worked up.
Okay, as long as you understand. Zeno and Leo would hate it if something happened to you too. Don't forget that.
I don't know how they factor into this, but good to know.
Name-dropping them always works wonders.
I don't care what you do, so long as you come back with some good samples for my research. Even the Society isn't capable of making those devices, or humanoid weapons. Just hurry up and get my materials back.
You must really be frustrated by their absence to have agreed to come with us, Professor.
At least we don't need to worry about any tech issues with you around.
So what are you all planning on doing next? If nothing else, I want to further investigate the spirit veins.
I think we need to start by getting a solid grasp of the situation here. Our final goal is to apprehend the Supreme Leader and liberate Crossbell. But we need to proceed with caution.
Right. We don't know what's lurking behind him and what the EDF is up to. We just have to play it by ear for now.
Especially since we can't use the round of 7. If we screw up, we can't exactly reach out for backup.
That's very true.
It really hurts to not be able to communicate freely.
Looks like I made the right move coming here after all.
Was that?
Lictor!
Hey there. How's it hanging, guys? Sounds like you ran into some kind of hell in Nord.
How the hell are you always one step ahead, Scarecrow? And how'd you even know we were here? Don't even try to say it was a hunch. He is the one person from whom I wouldn't rule that out. Just because we can't communicate with the outside doesn't mean there's no way to find out what's going on. A guy could steal a transceiver from the EDF, for example. Oh, how cunning. I imagine that proved more difficult than you make it sound. Apart from that, I just know you guys. I'd figure you'd use that little hack of yours for getting around. Pair that with all the other intel I figured you'd had, and boom. The fact that I came to Crossbell right before the ceremony was all instinct, though. I just figured something would happen. That intuition of yours is truly sharp. Who are you to talk about hacks and shit? Urgh. His acumen is impressive indeed. Wait, but if you've been in Crossbell this whole time... Yep, we got notes to compare, shall we? We would appreciate that. I'm so glad that Lisa, Machias, and Tawa are all right. Yeah, and Lloyd and the others, too. Can't say I've seen every one of them with my own eyes, but they're a tough bunch. I'm sure they're all still playing their parts. But it sounds as though the Ebon Defense Force are even more of a, well, force to reckon with than we feared. Yeah, I don't really want to come up against those new Zauber soldats. We don't have any soldats of our own, so we'll want to avoid a head-on conflict. Especially if they have so many of them. Just how long have they been preparing for this? Ain't that the question. Personally, I'm more concerned about where all those weapons that vanished from Nord ended up. We were under the impression that they had been sent to Crossbell. But you say that doesn't match up with what you've learned. It sure doesn't. Besides, where would you even hide that much stuff in a small place like Crossbell? That's true. Active camouflage alone can only get you so far. I don't know, there's a giant underground garage underneath Crossbell. If you're saying the EDF never brought them up in all your time spying, that does suggest they really aren't here. Well, the only way to be sure is to check for ourselves. Either way, you know where the EDF is positioned now at least. The only places I've confirmed they have a presence around here are Michelham and a small number of the roads. I'll leave it up to you guys how to use the intel I've given you. Thanks for sharing it with us. It'll be really helpful. I think our best course of action is to begin by splitting up into groups and gathering information. I'd like to start by learning more about the situation in Michelham, St. Ursula, and near the city. A prudent approach. Let's split up into groups then. Rean's group will be responsible for investigating the Michelham area. Select which members will accompany him. You can choose one of Rean's students. Oh, one additional person to come with him, huh? We have Kurt, Altina, Ash, and Muse. I guess, wait, who do I have in here? Oh, I probably need Kurt instead of Muse then. Yeah, do that. Laura S. Arseed. Or Arsed. Phi Klossel. Guess this is our team then. I haven't been to Michelham since the send-off party 7 months ago. We all owe a great deal to Juna's father for his help at the time, so I do hope he's in good health. I really hope we can make sure of that while we're there. I'm sure we can learn something. Try not to stress too much. Yeah, we'll find out what's going on.
Listen, Rean. I refuse to allow you to shoulder any more burdens alone. Not while I'm here. I've spent the past half-year becoming stronger for your benefit. Rely on me, please. Without protest, without reservation.
I'm sorry for worrying you, Laura. I'll be sure to count on you. Battle or no battle.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Alright, we'll make our way to St. Ursula then. It sounds like the EDF aren't standing guard there, but be careful all the same. Should you find anything, inform us promptly. We'll make our way towards the city. I'm hoping we can find some way to get inside of it. Should we find any elements of resistance, we'll offer our support. We're counting on you. Let's do this thing, people. We shall accompany them part of the way. Yeah, there's a spirit vein I want to investigate in that direction. Oh, and speaking of Michelham, There are distortions in the spirit veins over that region, too. Be careful. We will. Thanks for telling us. I'll be counting on you, too, Celine. I know. If anything happens, I'll be sure to put the kibosh on it. Thanks, and sorry. I really hate to be a source of worry for everyone. If anything, what happened to you is likely to be our biggest clue going forward. You needn't apologize. Fear not, we shall keep watch over him. We won't let him do himself any harm. Please do. Sucks to be popular, huh? There's clearly still a lot that we have to learn, but I'm sure we can find some way out of this if we work together. So let's make it for Michelin. I'm counting on you all. Right.
So it's back to the wetlands, huh? Reminds me of our encounter with the Steel Maiden.
We owe her so much. Truly.
I know this place is gloomy and all, but you don't need to make it gloomier with your attitudes.
You're right. We'd best pick up our spirits and our pace to Michelin.
Okay, they gave us a resting point, huh? Okay, that was a gigantic intermission, but we'll stop it there. This is audap. You've been watching The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie running on PlayStation 5. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.